Hey everybody, Nikki from Nikki and Spice here, and I am going to share with you today how I cured my rheumatoid arthritis. So back in 2011, I was diagnosed with a pretty strong case of rheumatoid arthritis, and I was put on steroids and methotrexate and expected to take daily medication for the rest of my life, basically. Given a little bit of hope with some remission hope there, but didn't happen. And it just kept happening that way. Every time I'd go to the doctor, more hopeless news. So eventually my prescription got switched and it just kept going. And if I had pain, she just told me, add another pill. So it was kind of this thing where I started to find that my body was not responding to the medication. And I really, really wanted to find a way to find freedom, feel like I was in control again, because for some reason we go to a doctor and they tell us what to do and we do it, right? That's our culture. That's what we do. That's what we're grown as, individuals to learn and try. So I kind of wanted to buck the system and decided to go against the grain. So the first thing that I did was I made a choice to stand up, and I started researching different ways to really look at how my body was responding to medication and figure out how I could remove it and still maintain a lifestyle that was actually functional, right? Because if anyone watching this has rheumatoid arthritis, you know that you wake up extremely stiff. You wake up maybe in the middle of the night and have locked up joints, and your life is not necessarily yours. You are a victim of a lot of pain and time that you don't get back because your body just doesn't function the way that you know it could. So I researched some different things and I found that nutrition plays a huge role. Huge. And it really can make or break your entire lifestyle. So I found a few different plans and I started to implement them. So the first thing that I did to cure my rheumatoid arthritis was I found a nutrition plan that worked for me and that removed certain foods that really, really were trigger foods for me. The next thing that I did with that was really owned what was happening, dove into that nutrition plan and lived it 100% because it was really important to me that I wanted to see what it could do. Within 12 days, I started removing medication. So this was a 30-day plan, and within 12 days, from starting it, I noticed a change. I was aware that my body just started to feel better. Each day that went on, I removed more and more medication until probably not even a week after I started cutting back on my meds, I was medication free. That happened on a Tuesday, over 90 weeks ago. And now I live medication free, fully controlled by food, nutrition, and exercise. So you ask, well, what are you doing? How have you done that? How it's not possible and I will tell you that it is not possible to cure an autoimmune condition. But what I will tell you is you can control your autoimmune condition, but you have to be willing to find something, the change first of all. Find change, research it, be aware of what it is doing to your body. And then you got to make that part your lifestyle. That's the hardest part. So I am a very, very big advocate of the idea that food is fuel and food is also medicine. So if you are having any kind of issue in your body, there are so many different foods that you can take on and really start to fix different issues. So that's what I noticed for myself. And since going through that process, since the 90 weeks, my face has lost the moon shape. I actually have structure to my face. I've lost more weight. I am able to move so much more freely. I no longer get locked joints. I no longer have to wake up and warm my body up, hurry to wait basically, because you've got to get warmed up before you can even move when you have rheumatoid arthritis in the morning, right? So that was really, really an easy way for me to implement this as a lifestyle, because the way that I felt was so different than how I felt on medication. My medication wasn't working. That was the point that I even, was triggered to try something different. So knowing and being aware of how I felt without medication while eating a certain way was completely magical. So the cure is that you find a way to make yourself feel good by following a specific nutrition plan, by implementing extra exercises in that are safe for your body. But you know what? Your body needs to be strong. And that is how it happens, is by following a daily exercise plan. And then you know what? You find support, because that ultimately was what allowed me to succeed in this. I support others and I have support from others. And it has been such a magical journey where I have helped other people gain confidence in figuring out how to do this for themselves. And I've had a few others that have been able to cure their rheumatoid arthritis too, and a few others who have cured their type 2 diabetes. So it is so possible, and it is so amazing when it happens. And really, if you are someone that's struggling with it, I definitely want you to reach out, because the help is there. It is so close. It's right at your fingertips, and you can do anything that you want to do as long as you're willing to take that first step. So that is how I cured my rheumatoid arthritis. Again, remember, this is not to replace any doctor that you would go visit. I am not a medical professional. I am just a girl who happened to take her life into her own hands and finally be in control for once. So I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. Comment below if you'd like to learn more, and I will gladly reach out to you. Thank you so much, guys.